Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to FF14 Heavensward. Last time, we got hit with the double whammy of a trial by combat because we can't let Alphinaud and Tataru be out of our sight for more than 5 minutes before one of these two gets into trouble. Speaking of trouble, then we got to save Raubon from Halatali and ran into Ilberd and didn't kill him. Crap. Anywho, we're back here in the luxurious Waking Sands because Alphinaud may believe that the Sultana still lives. Anyway, let's jump in and see. Ranjay, how you been, man?
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
I think your voice changed a lot too, didn't it?
Father!
Oh, hey, Pippin.
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Dude, it's not your fault.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
I do not recognize that voice. Hello.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expression,
Dulala.
it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
Oh, so I shouldn't trust you then.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
I didn't exactly have a chance. It was basically she collapsed and I was immediately accosted.
Why ask when 'tis plain
Also,
you know the
yeah,
answer?
one more nod for the pot.
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji.
Well, considering Raubon bisected him last we saw, I think that threat has now passed.
'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends.
Ah, swapped out the poison and all that fun stuff, huh?
He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his 2 foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Ah, just swapped it out for a good old sleeping potion, huh?
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo.
Ah, don't worry, Raubon. I'm sure we'll get her back.
I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Well, granted, I want to smack the little shit around too, but he did technically save her life. Only technically, though.
Lolorito's hands are far from clean. They did pluck Her Grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something.
Yeah, it means I'll only punt his ass 50 yards downfield instead of 100.
And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering.
Aha! You're the one that told the Domans everything. And the little glare at
I
Yukiri.
hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind.
Well, I'm not, but I don't think I'm in a position to do anything about it.
You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Is that where we're headed next? Is that the plan, or are we gonna let you guys do that off screen? No idea. All right, Alphinaud, what's the plan?
I had not counted on Prioress Dulata herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved most prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raubon, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Uldar. We couldn't have done it without you, Dekumon. Thank you.
And no big deal. Oh, this is all 115 stuff. I don't need any of these. I'll take one because I can. Jailbreak, even though that says Gowl Break. I know it's pronounced jail. To siege or not to siege? Uh-oh. Ring, 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 ring.
Tataru? Yes, General Raubon is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray, notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Taupin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard.
And it seems I agree. Well, it was nice while it lasted, but back to Ishgard we go. Okay, here we are.
Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raubon short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Hoshvat was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in.
Only rumors though, huh? Or do we have some actual substantial evidence that there's about to be an attack? Goddammit, Hoshvat again. His voice always bugs me.
My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I am certain you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war.
Master Let's Play, Master Levior, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mr. Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the Observatorium bell tolls, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle.
In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky.
Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice: to remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Well, I'm getting kicked to the curb. Not at all what I was expecting to happen there.
though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Dekumon?
I'm gonna stay and fight. Can't stay here.
That is your answer. By the 12, how could you... But wait, mayhap remaining in the city would not best serve our friends and allies. Mayhap there is another choice.
Also 55, baby. Woo! I'm only 51. Well, I'm not even in the 51 quests, I should say. Oh, I am in the 51 quests. Wow.
The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us.
But Tataru's right here. Or is it we just don't want to talk in front of House Fortem?
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
Yeah, about that. I'd pull him out, but I'm pretty sure I'd get shish kebabbed by one of the freaking knights around here as a heretic.
With certain notable exceptions.
Oh. Are you thinking Lady Iceheart, perhaps? Or me?
You don't mean Iceheart?
Oh, he does.
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
Mm-hmm. She kinda did, yeah.
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
Oh boy.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Oh, hello. There's a character not long heard from.
Estinian.
Yeah. We haven't had much of an introduction of Estinian, but he is actually the Dragoon trainer. A couple other important things to note. He is, what's the title he carries? Azure Dragoon. He's basically like the leader of the Dragoons here. He's like the firstborn Dragoon.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
There's another interesting of note. He carries, believe it or not, Nidhogg's eye. One of them. Apparently plucked out of his own skull, and quite possibly one of the main reasons for this conflict. But it does give him some pretty cool superpowers, but it also leaves him somewhat vulnerable to Nidhogg's evil influence.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your alarms if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Ooh. Okay, fair enough.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
Oh, no nod? I'm kind of disappointed.
We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plan for parley will swiftly come to naught, should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich would be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances.
I mean, is there really any other option?
Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fortet Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir!
Well, well, well. So it seems we are to be accompanied by Estinian for a good long while. All right, first things first, we should find Emmerich and get him to sign off on this insanity.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
Nice to see he's doing his preparations properly.
At once, my lord.
Our turn.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Yeah, well, maybe not quite so much once you hear what's about to go down.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
Kind of a tall order, but trust us on this one, dude.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
I'm not sure we should, man. Apparently, according to Estinian, it kind of puts your life at risk knowing the details.
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least.
Okay, well, that's some reinsurance.
Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Man.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses.
Good man, good man.
The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg.
Yeah, it makes for a hell of a story, don't it?
I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Thanks, Emmerich. Nice to know he's on our side.
Having secured Sir Emmerich's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Travanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be about our task.
It's all we can do. It's all we can do. Interesting noises going on outside. Is that the sound of the crowds out there? Or what?
Such commotion.
Oh, okay, it is.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming.
They tend to do that.
Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us.
Wow. There's some arrogance there.
When we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Asian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
Okay, no, I take back what I said in the last couple episodes about these guys possibly not being evil. Holy shit, that sounded evil.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
At least he's not an idiot.
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution.
Conviction's fine and all, but blind obedience is another thing.
We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
You better hope so.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
Well, at least he won't be interfering with us for the time being. Whoa. The hell? He's got some awesome powers there, apparently.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Whoa. Dude, you alright? You've been smoking something funky there. Well, that was weird. In search of Iceheart. Also, I get a wind-up Alphinaud minion. I love that.
Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans.
Estinian, what kind of voice do you have? You had kind of a deep voice, not a gravelly voice, just kind of a slow, deep voice.
Then I shall await you at St. Renet's Forum.
Not sure I like that one.
Tell your friend we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Dekumon, let us head back to Fortet Manor.
Not sure about Estinian's voice yet. I kind of need to hear his once or twice more just to try and find one. It's kind of close to it.
Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Dekumon and I return to Ishgard.
Yep, this plan has a high chance of death, but hey, that's what we get.
Well, just be careful, all right? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell, for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphinaud. I made it specially.
New outfit?
No, I couldn't possibly. Very well.
Well. Look at you, snappy dresser. It's actually not half bad.
By the 12, it fits perfectly. And the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills.
Oh, that's what you're level 99 in. Receptionist.
No, needlework. Also assassinations. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me up the road, I shall not fear the cold. 'Twas the least I could do. Now, I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey.
Well, at least you won't freeze to death. Me, I'm not so sure about. Well, Estinian, I believe all our affairs are in order.
You have said your farewells, then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Isale's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Querthus Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwold, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is likely he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area.
That's quite a possibility. Also, a good excuse to head back to Falcon's Nest, which we have kind of needed. Well, Redwold, it's been a couple episodes. See if I remember how to do your voice properly. Or maybe I'll get lucky and this will be voice acted. Nope, I can't get that lucky. Of course not.
Well, well, Master Let's Play. What business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alphinaud Tataru at your service, and you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwold. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus we have come to Falcon's Nest in the hopes of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgain Mills. It is possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Master Let's Play knows well the place I speak of, for it was he who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol, while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Dekumon. I am eager to learn what Sir Redwold's men have found in the heretic's lair.
Another nod for the pile. Oh, do I have to go all the way out there? Holy shnikes, I do. Whoo, boy. That is not a short walk. But I suppose this does technically give me time to explain how the ether compass works. Now, can I actually see this finally? Are you gonna show it to me? No, of course not. Not until I actually find one. Okay. So the short explanation is this. Scattered throughout this area are going to be a number of ether currents. I believe there are 10. Now, every time I use this compass, it will tell me approximately where the closest one is. I'm gonna go find it and attune to it, just like I would an aetherite. Now, there are other ether currents out here as well, and I have a sneaking suspicion you have one of them, right? Yep. There are side missions that have ether currents. There's 4 of them. And they'll all have this little icon on it here. It says ether current. So we do these quests. They're pretty simple. They're easy to deal with. I probably will show them off because they're important to find so we can fly in this area.
Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Dismal asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity. It's in desperate need of repairs, but the upland Mylodons roam far too close to it. The craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Mylodons, that is, not the craftsmen. I'd ask the Dragoons to do it, but they're so busy it'd be weeks before they found the time. I'd do it myself, but there's so many of the beasts I fear I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable man. Would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I think I'd be able to finish off the rest myself.
So go kill 3 Mylodons, come back, we'll get our free ether current. This shouldn't take me long. Of course, before we get there, we find our first ether current. Pretty simple. I pick this thing up, I poke it, I attune to it. You attune with the ether current. In addition to currents found in the field, there are others which can only be accessed through main and side quests. Yeah, they're also in main quests, usually the last quest of the area. And now we should be able to see, yep, Querthus Western Highlands. 10 have to be found in the world, 5 of them in quests. And the next one is a good distance to the north. Here's ether current number 2. And I want to show all these off. So if you're not sure where to find any of them, just look at the coordinates on screen. You'll be able to figure it out. Ether current number 3. After taking a little bit of fall damage to get here. Here's ether current number 4. This also happens to be the area where those Mylodons are. So should be easy enough to find this one. Well, there's our main story objective, but there's an ether current up there as well. I just gotta figure out how to get to it. I think I should be able to reach it. Yeah, I think this is the right way. Let me just hop off the old chocobo and do a little creative platforming. Boom. Ether current number 5. Thank you. And while I'm here, might as well talk to the expedition leader. No, the expedition leader. Thank you.
Master, let's play. Our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. 'Twould seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Dekumon.
I mean, kind of the thing I do. I got no problem with it. Just gotta head down and slay the beasts. Right? I'm assuming there's a purple spawn zone in here. Yep. Oh, that's a thing. Tamed polar bears, really? That's what you guys had in here? All right. I feel bad for the first one. He didn't put up any much of a fight. I mean, that one was a little tougher, but not by much. There we go. All right, let's go talk to the old guy and let him know that his 2 polar bears are dead. Really, that was that much of a difficult problem. Oh, hey, Estinian, what did you get here?
The beasts are slain, then. My thanks, Master Let's Play. We may return to our duty without fear of a mauling.
I suppose. From one heretic to another? What?
You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is this not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled by comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of pursuing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, but I'd wager those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. Well, into the paperwork we go, my friends. Not really much else of a choice. Collect the 3 heretic epistles. And they're probably all just gonna be down here in a big clump somewhere, right? I don't imagine having to work too hard for these. Nope, there's one right there. Thank you. There's number 2. Thank you. Then where, oh, where would number 3 be? Hello, sparkly thing, where you at? You're not down here. Oh, poo, have I made bad assumptions, just thinking that all 3 are down here? Aha! There was one hiding behind here. You little rascal. There we go, found them all. Okay, dude, found your letters. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence?
Found 3 of them, here you go.
Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Leviola and Sir Ernestine, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here then?
Oh, Jesus, hi. Hello, polar bears. I see someone else is working on this quest.
Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgon Mills heretics and their fellows in the Armed Amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned.
Didn't expect that. Thought for sure they had left there. Oh, sounding out the amphitheater. I guess we're going back there then.
The Amphitheater. The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not?
If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed.
The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed.
Dude, one aetheryte teleport and we're there.
Then we must place our faith in the Aethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moen Breda succeeded in recreating the Afghan beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgon Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durande posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry.
Well then, here I thought you were gonna make me run Snowcloak again, but sure. Where would that be? Where would that be? It is way the heck over there. That's a long walk. Uh-oh, that's the light of a duty calls.
Ah, the guests of House Fortem, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Ankh-An beacon still functions, then we must pray to the 12 it does. We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the Primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history.
Yep. Level sync is 53, so I'm gonna lose my stinking gap closer.
An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured.
Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Yep, joy, more heretics.
Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons! We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace.
Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me, it seems.
They give us little choice.
Come, brothers, may Dragon Wings bear us to victory. Fine, I'll beat you guys to a bloody pulp. Is that what you really want? You will not defile the sacred place a second time. Yeah, exactly. We did not come here to fight, but this is the way you guys want it. I mean, at least they go down reasonably quick.
Your guard is down.
Whew. Damn, that was sinister sounding, the Heristidian. No. Not really, you know what? Anything? Oh, what the fudge? Are they turning into dragons? By the Fury, they partake of the blood of dragons.
7 hells! Can dragon blood truly bring such a fearsome transformation?
Apparently it can. Ooh, damn. He did not care. He took that like a champ. Oh. Low stakes to the first line. Let me work on getting out some of these mages and swordsmen first before we play with you. Yeah, your little transformation there didn't work, dude. Unfortunately, this one, yeah, he's gonna get it off. And yeah, I gotta say, damn, that deletion. Whoa! He got big. Oh, and I got hit with the tail.
Release!
At last, a foe I might sink my lance into.
Know your folly.
Yeah, I'm trying to, there we go. Bait that so I can hit him with the Madare safely. Alright, we gotta start dealing with the small fry here. Can't have them beating up on Astinian and Alphinaud. Ow! That's smarted. There we go. All right, big guy. Now you can play with just me. Yeah, I can easily dodge your stuff when I see it coming. Is that it? That's it. Duty complete. They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Okay, dude, seriously, trying not to kill you. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. Ayah!
I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them.
What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question.
The cinders, you say? I confess, the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Astinian?
I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true.
A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle.
Oh, that poor counter's getting a workout. Well, that was a mostly pointless trip. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the Frozen Beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the Convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Janilo, may have information of us to use. But mayhap you are not familiar with the name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion. But I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. Yeah, how about the whole dragon blood into dragon kin thing? That's kind of important information.
A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these Convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution.
And where would they be? In an area I have not been yet. Well, I think this is a good spot as any to end things here for now. I have no idea how long this episode's going to run after I trim out all the random wandering for the ether currents, so I apologize if this one runs a little shorter than the others. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.